Hello again, Super Deformed Toy Collectors. Today we have two Nissan Skyline GTR 34 police cars by a company called Suntory Boss Coffee. I don't think Suntory Boss Coffee made these, but that's how you got these things, to my understanding. They don't have anything on the bottom of them, which is kind of weak. But I have a few others that look similar to this, and they came with a can of coffee in Japan called Suntory Boss. So we gotta remember, these things were free. Alright, let's take a look at these guys here. So here we have an undercover police vehicle, just a silver car. I haven't seen these wheels before, these 5 spokes. And naturally they're blanked off, so that's not the greatest, but these are toys meant to be played for with kids. If they were hollow, I'm sure a kid would try to step on it and crush the wheel. The tires are rubbery though, because this is a pullback toy, right? So it needs traction. And then this has a really nice door handle. It's actually recessed and sticking out at the same time. You can actually see the entire door. It doesn't just stop like a lot of ChoroQs. So that tells me that this thing actually has a side mold piece coming out. So, that's pretty impressive for a free toy again. It's got really pronounced wheel hunches there. So very cool. Now the front we have, wow, really cool as well. It says GTR. Yeah, that's a great logo. I mean, even on a car you'd pay money for, but this is free again. We got some red paints in these police lights. The grills have 2 different textures. Crosshatch, egg crate here, and then these ducks here, just plain black. And then there's some molded here into the chin spoiler, and that's painted black as well. This is silver, these silver lights here, very cool front end. Some naked ducks, no black paint though. And then I guess these are supposed to be the windshield fluid ejectors, just popping out, which is nice. And the windows are just totally painted black. This is an opaque body. Nice clear police light up there. The rear wing has some nice detail as well, so pretty nice. This side has the fuel filler. Let's just excuse the knocking. Someone's replacing their roof in the apartment below me, I think, or they're doing some renovations, so I still gotta keep the videos coming. But you might hear some knocking and weird machine noises. So this rear end is just as good, if not better, than the front. Look at this. The molded tail lights here are nice. There's a third brake light painted red. The Nissan logo is molded in. This R logo is printed on. The Skyline is actually molded into the plastic. And then we have the backup and the reflector and just a blank plate and some exhaust tips here. So that's quite amazing. Like, this has more detail than a green light. Green light has interiors, but I mean, this thing is, there's so many different paint apps going on. It's very impressive. It's so weird that they wouldn't have a company name here though, or at least the brand that they're trying to promote, right? Suntory Boss. But anyways, very cool. Unexpectedly cool, actually. Okay, so we have the normal police version here, and same casting, but now we have the black and white body. Unfortunately, not enough black paint got here, but the police printing there looks pretty good. It's got this translucent chevron light bar, and then these like wind deflector that these police cars in Japan seem to have. From my understanding, this is to help, deflect a lot of debris from getting to the windshield. So maybe the windshield stays cleaner for longer. They don't have to wash it as much because most of the grime hits that. But if you know of any other theories, please leave a comment. So this one's got red lights up on the top, the police badge here in the grill. So the front end of this is molded differently than the last one, so that's really cool as well. Oh, interesting, it actually says police on here. And then, Skyline is molded in again, same paint tabs. So in fact, let's just take a look at both of these. Interesting. Yeah, this one has the Nissan badge. This one just says police. Sides do look the same. But yeah, the front, you have different lights and stuff. Wow, I'm actually quite amazed. I mean, for free items, that's a lot of resources. First, someone had to design 2 different CAD files. Then they had to make 2 different molds. and then they had to paint them, and then add all these extra bits, and then all these extra paint apps. So these are better than a lot of ChoroQs. Yet a can of coffee in Japan, from what I understand, is like $1.50, and I don't think any ChoroQ costs $1.50. At least a standard sized one. Okay, let's pull out a couple of these other ones from this company here. So we have some Imprezas. Same setup, a police one and a silver undercover one. And then I think the first ones I got were these earlier Skylines. I can't remember if these are R32s or R33s, but we have the police setup and the undercover, but in a dark charcoal. You know what? This thing is spinning too fast. These things aren't very intelligent. They don't remember the last setting when you turned it off last. Boy, not the best arrangement. Let's try this way. So you'll see on these earlier Skylines, they have a Skyline logo molded in. Well, that one has one molded in the roof of the hood, but this one doesn't. So even these two Skylines have different molds. Yeah, these Imprezas are different molds as well, because they have different lights in the front grills. So there's 6 different molds here from a bunch of free promotional items. Quite amazing, really. I know there's an Acura NSX police car, probably an undercover one as well. I have a suspicion these are 2 different collections of Skylines. This collection and this, or might be different years or something. If anyone knows of a source that actually lists all the different Suntory Boss cartoon cars, please let me know, because I really like them. And these aren't very expensive because they were free originally. I think I may have paid like $3 for these things, you know, each one. Maybe even less. Which isn't bad because it's a lot cheaper than flying to Japan and having a time machine whenever these things came out. So again, I'm just really impressed. In fact, hold on a second. What I want to show is, you know, this freebie next to a ChoroQ of an R34 that cost someone some money originally. It still cost me money. I had to buy this myself. This one is from when? It doesn't even say on the bottom. There's no date, so that's too bad. But look at the printing on the back. There's only 4 red taillights. This one has badging on the back. They both have translucent police light bars. Granted, this one's got a little more silver there. This one has the police insignia, but so does that. This one has the wind deflector. This does not. They both have separate rear wings, but this wing has more detail in it versus that. They both have the side printing. They both have fuel filler doors. This has a transparent canopy, but I don't really care about that because you're just going to look at the motor anyways. Who cares? So I would actually have to say this has more detail, even being a free item. So it's quite crazy, right? The value of ChoroQs is never good in the first place. I mean, ChoroQs are ridiculously overpriced for what you're getting compared to other toys, even scaled die-cast cars. But I do love them. They're funky. The one good thing I will say about this ChoroQ is the white paint is actually white. This is yellowed. Maybe it was sitting in a window display, but I don't think this is ever painted. I think this is just cast in this white plastic. Yeah, whereas this is cast in clear, the smoke, and then they painted the white and black on top of it. And also, a key thing is these wheels look cool. These are just standard 5-spoke ChoroQs, which are found on so many other ChoroQs. You get bored of them. But this one has relatively unique wheels. Okay, very, very nice. Let's get this back with its brethren and the Star Wars Enforcer Trooper there. So a very pleasant surprise indeed. If you like these super deformed cars and you don't want to pay a lot of money for a ChoroQ, get on eBay and see if you can find some of these. I bought these locally here on a local online shop, so they're probably not going to help you because global shipping is just going to destroy the value for you. Okay, well, I'm going to get that NSX from Suntory Boss, but so far I know these 2 Skylines, the Imprezas, NSX. Are there any other castings I'm not aware of? Please let me know. Thank you for watching. See you in the next cartoon video.